Guys, I'm here with a new video. Unfortunately, today the topics are a little bit heavy because we're going to be talking about people who were important to the figure skating community, which we've recently lost, because last night was Legacy on Ice, which was a charity event performance in honor of the victims of the DC plane crash. And all the icons came out to give their full support within the figure skating community during these tough times. We had Christy Yamaguchi, we had Brian Boitano, we had Peggy Fleming. Like, these are icons of the figure skating community who decided to come out and lend their names and their helping hands in times of need. And everybody was saying that they were just trying to make some good out of this horrible, horrible tragedy by raising funds for the family and friends of the victims as well as the first responders, which this was held in DC in the Capital One Arena, and it was sold out. And in the crowd were some of the first responders and, of course, the family and friends of the victims of the plane crash. We also had well-known figures like Johnny Weir, Nathan Chen, Gracie Gold, and current stars like Ilya Malin and Amber Glenn and Chalk and Bates, who all showed up to support the victims. One of the most emotional skates of the night undoubtedly was that of Maxim Naumov, who was skating in honor of his parents. He even had a point where he held the hands of both his parents, Vadim Naumov and Evgenia Shishkova, and he is probably the saddest story to come out of this, because as soon as he finished his beautiful performance, he just laid in the ice and sobbed in remembrance of both his parents who perished in the crash. Another emotional performance came from Isabella Aparicio, who lost both her brother, 14-year-old Franco, and her father Luciano in the crash, and she also had a very emotional ending to her program. And much like with Maxim, the entire crowd just stood up to their feet and clapped and tried to give them as much energy and support as they could in that moment. And it was just beautiful to see all these skaters come together in order to strengthen the community, which has been undoubtedly decimated by this tragedy. All this young talent, and also coaches who had years of knowledge, is going to affect the community for years to come, and the emotional effects that it's having in the people who've lost friends, family, coaches is unmeasurable. So the fact that something good could come out of it in terms of raising awareness and raising funds for the people who are still here is beautiful to see how quickly this tight-knit community can come close, and that these skaters have a way to express themselves and carry them and give them some sort of stability through carrying them through their emotions in what is an undoubtable loss. It has been reported that through Legacy on Ice just last night, they were able to raise about $1.2 million, and the funds are still expected to raise more money throughout the week. I'm going to leave the link below for Legacy on Ice in case you want to donate. It is the fund for U.S. Figure Skating Family Support Fund, and then there's also a fund in the Greater Washington Community Foundation through the DCA Together Relief Fund and the DC Fire and EMS Foundation, which I'm guessing is for the first responders. So there's many ways which all of us can give and donate and just show them that we are there for them in this time of need. Another sad moment that happened in the figure skating community, and some people might even think it's silly that I'm talking about this, is the passing of Michelle Trachtenberg. I've talked in the past how Ice Princess is my favorite figure skating movie, so when Michelle Trachtenberg passed, it affected me immediately, because not only did I know her from Gossip Girl and Buffy, and one of my favorite movies, 17 Again, is literally one of my comfort movies. She was in Ice Princess, and Ice Princess is my favorite figure skating movie. I had just rewatched it maybe like 2 months ago, and I encourage all of you to rewatch it this weekend because it is such a good movie for young girls. It centers around friendship. There's not really any cattiness, and it presents figure skating as this beautiful sport that is very feminist and strong in its presentation, which is not how it is presented in most lenses in media. And I think the movie still stands, and the fact that we lost Michelle Trachtenberg, who is the titular character within the movie, has a great impact within the figure skating community, because I can't imagine how many people were inspired to look into the sport, to skate, to just be intrigued about figure skating through that movie. And although there has been no cause of death that has been official or determined for Michelle Trachtenberg, many are suspecting that it has something to do with a liver transplant, which she had recently received in the days before her passing. It might have been that it just didn't take to her body, or something happened pre or post. We don't know. There's no cause of death that has been determined. But the fact that she died so young, and that days and months before. People were just commenting on her appearance on Instagram is so unfortunate and sad because we never know what people are going through, and the fact that this could have been due to a liver failure, which might have also been caused through alcoholism or any other factors, it just goes to show that you can't criticize people's appearance because you never know what they're going through. So, and especially in a sport like figure skating, please refrain from talking about people's appearances, whether you think it is a compliment or you're trying to bring somebody down. All it's going to do is create a negative effect in how they see themselves. And like I said, you never know what's happening. It could be surgery, it could be health-wise, it could be mental health. Like, we never know. So the fact that we had these two things back to back made it a very emotional week. But like I said, the links are below in case you want to donate. And of course, I encourage everybody to watch Ice Princess because I think it still holds up. It's one of my favorite figure skating movies. Let me know if you want me to do a video ranking all the figure skating media that I've encountered. I recently bought the book The Favorites, which is about an ice dance couple, which is a little bit toxic. I don't know if they were inspired by a real ice dance couple or they're just writing the Tessa and Scott wave of fans that want to ship them and have created their own sort of fan fiction. But I'm trying to ingest figure skating in different mediums, whether it be through books or movies. So I encourage you guys to do the same by watching Ice Princess, and let me know if you want me to rank any sort of figure skating media. And yeah, that's the only thing I have for this video. I am uploading a second video where I talk about a few lighter topics, but it didn't seem apt to do in this one. And so links are all down below, and thank you for supporting me, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.